Hey, what's going on, guys? We are back with more Minecraft, and I'm here with friends.
Hello. Hi.
Sorry, I'm trying
Oh,
to
man,
die.
excuse me.
I do that a lot.
Separate the damn tree.
Okay, so, we are going to try to finish that tunnel. Weird. I think it's raining both in-game and outside. Or it's just dark, I can't tell.
Really?
Now I'm just thinking of MXR. Also sad.
What the heck made you think of MXR? What?
Finishing the tunnel, I thought of when...
Oh! Dig the tunnel,
she
dig,
would
dig.
sing
Yeah,
tunnel,
okay.
dig a tunnel.
When did we get a red sheep?
Okay, copyright. Yeah, I don't know how they managed to get away with that being the whole thing, especially whenever, you know...
I don't think they sung the whole song, though. It was just... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how it
It's a
works.
miracle that of all the things they got in trouble for, that was not one of them. Very impressive. I mean, to be fair,
In my mind.
to be fair, I think if you sing more than a millisecond of a Beatles song, someone gets possessed by the ghost of John Lennon to take you out, so.
God.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'll never forget that one gag
Like,
in American Dad, where essentially Steve gets his spin-off, and then they're like, "Well, we don't want to be stuck here forever, so let's just sing a Beatles song and get the show shut down." Oh, it was funny. Not realizing Braden's the only one that knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
yeah, I don't know.
No, there's another one.
Jeez,
No,
you
that
replaced
is
a
another
lot of them. Good job, Clyde. Huh!
What?
Nothing, almost fell.
Why am I being good job, Clyde?
Because you've been replacing some of the stairs?
Oh, okay. I need to put up more walls so I can put up more stairs.
Why is this one step, uber shadowed? Weird. This one, too. Yeah, I think I'm done going down these stairs.
So I should an elevator.
Huh?
You just make slime blocks at the very bottom.
Yeah.
You just jump down.
Weep.
It's like, what was
Ah!
that? I don't know. Sounded like Clyde.
Walked into a
It sounded
Clyde.
like Clyde, like that one time where she jumped off the thing thinking it wasn't high enough to die.
Nah, see, it's perfectly fine. Watch this. Ah!
Completely different sound.
I would never get over that now that I've been reminded
Oh,
that that's
no.
weird deaths.
I just realized something. Did we accidentally make this tower?
What?
Did we accidentally make this tower an SCP? Just the endless staircase?
That's what
Oh
it feels
no. Oh no. Don't say that. Don't tell me we created a monster.
Probably. What were you saying, Clyde? Oh. You were saying, Clyde?
Oh,
Nope.
audio just messed up. There we go.
Nope, just an annoying bug. It's not a monster yet.
That yet isn't exactly any reassuring.
Say, Braden. What, I don't know if you know this off the top of your head, but what, bug-type combo Pokemon are we missing? Yep.
What, Azrael or Icarus? My brain's dying.
That was Clyde talking. I don't know what the hell you're on about.
We have bug normal, we have bug fire, water, grass.
Flying.
Bug
We have
no?
bug
Who's a
electric,
bug
we have
normal?
flying.
We do
We
not
have
have
dork. We have...
Ah, there you go. I knew that sounded weird.
No.
We have bug, which I guess is close enough to bug normal.
We're missing...
No, we had a bug.
What, Icarus? Bug dragon.
Which is shocking.
Bug normal. That's very shocking. I thought we had that.
Yeah, just make a dragonfly. How difficult can it be to make a bug dragon?
Oh wait, there's already a dragonfly, dude.
Yeah, I'm aware there's already a dragonfly, but come on!
Wait, doesn't the Mega Evolution turn dragon? Does that count? Because it's like
a Mega.
That's,
He doesn't have a mega!
there's a Mega Yanma.
It's just called Yan Mega, dude. It's an evolution, not a Mega.
Oh right. I thought that was Bug Dragon. My brain's dying. I'm
Oh,
tired.
wait, that was a birch tree.
What? Yan Mega.
I heard its name was Yan Mega, so my brain wanted to go. Okay, so it's Mega Yanma. No, I'm just tired and stupid. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Anyways, the point is, like, the sheer fact that there's not a bug dragon type is just baffling.
So, bug normal, bug dragon. We have a bug berry.
Bug.
Nope. Formidam. And Nincada covers that one.
For what?
What?
Bug ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what all there is that I know there's ghost because that's in the form of
Yeah, but
or not Shedinja, that's the name.
is
I
that
think
not
of it.
the only one? I don't think we have any other bug ghosts.
We have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Shedinja. Yeah.
So there should be more.
There is a singular bug dark.
Oh my god.
Is that the mega of oh.
I'm
I
looking at
thought it
list.
was mega what's his name?
No.
Pincer. What is he then?
He's
Doesn't his
flying.
change?
He's bug flying, no?
No, his was flying. Right. Okay. He gains flying, that's what it is. Whereas Heracross gains. Wait, did he already have fighting or does he gain fighting when he megas? Always fighting.
He's always, yeah.
Witherwing is also fighting.
I wasn't counting that because I knew Heracross.
Oh, excuse me.
We have Bug Ice in the form of Snom.
I also think we don't have enough bug ice. I think it's
Yeah,
only that
surprising. I
one.
only have like one evolution line off the top of my head that's Bug Ice, being Snom and I already forgot its evolution's name.
You know what? Honestly, if we're not getting any new evolutions, just make a new thing that's just a bug that goes into all the other types.
Oh, and bug evolution knockoff.
Yes.
Like this bug that turns into these 7 Pokemon.
Yes.
Just make an entire region where all the Pokemon evolve from the starter.
What? My God.
So in other words, you start with Mew. Got it. Because that is the DNA of every Pokemon.
Yeah, but it doesn't evolve into Pokemon.
Well, then there's no solution because that doesn't work otherwise. The only Pokemon in existence that can do that is theoretically is Mew.
No.
DNA. I don't.
Kai's just like, yeah.
I should point out. Well, I'm pointing out, like, there's no other Pokemon in existence with the DNA of all Pokemon. The only one that does is...
Wait. Hang on. Are you telling me that Arceus, the god of Pokemon, doesn't actually have all their DNA?
No, he only has his own DNA, and ironically, Mew has his DNA, which is... weird. Very weird.
How do they get the DNA of a god?
This Pokemon here who doesn't pre-exist me has my DNA.
That's why there's that whole theory that Mew is the actual god Pokemon, that it created Arceus and all that. Like, that's why that theory exists.
Eh.
That's just the Jesus.
I run.
Yeah.
Oh! So,
I'm just saying.
Go away.
I'm just saying. I still find a
Here, there's no one to you.
I cannot hear you over Clyde at all.
Yeah, I know. I still find that there's a fun idea that it works in the. I had the idea, and then they made Legends ZA. So I mean, it's basically a battle royale thing.
oh,
Where there is 16 Pokemon, there's 16 starter Pokemon, one for each type. You pick one, and then there's 15 rivals.
Jesus.
Huh. Yeah, I guess Legends CA is kind of that whole ordeal.
But then each time, eventually, I think I made it so that there's actually. I made it way overcomplicated because they get each final form, like you obviously you can. It's a final form, and all the starters have the same like. I guess it could be an ability, but it's their Evo where they can choose their form. Depends on basically they can take a type from a rival you defeated.
I go back to that is interesting.
So eventually, you do like some gym challenges, but then it maybe randomly, or there are some certain rivals that make it through, depends on what type you picked. But each of time, maybe how it works is when you beat a rival, I don't know how the math will work, but you beat a rival, and then a third of the rivals get taken out by another rival and you. So that in the second stage, they get a second type of the type you just beat. And then you beat another one, and then their ability changes to be basically a third type.
Question.
What?
What?
If a third of the rivals are taken out, that leaves a third of the starters with only one type.
Well, because they're theoretical, Clyde. It depends on what Pokemon you choose. So you
Yeah,
get
but say you have 90 people and only 30 of them are taken out. That means that 60 people out of 90 have battled. And 30 of those have been knocked out, meaning that the 30 people who didn't battle don't get a second type.
My math brain
Maybe
is gone, so I'm just not
maybe it's a
listening
three-way
anymore.
battle. Shut up, Clyde. I don't care.
Fuck?
2 versus 1 go. This is totally fair.
I know. Technically, you would need. It would be half again, I guess. Because
Yeah.
whatever. Shut up, Clyde.
Anyhow,
Pointing out my flaws.
I need clarification of something. So, with Arceus, Arceus is meant to be the god of Pokemon. So,
Yes, he is literally meant to be the god.
is Giratina the devil, or is that something else?
No.
Okay.
No, that is a very big misinterpretation that many have had. We don't know exactly what Giratina is, what her role was supposed to be. We just know that... Clyde, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was about to be like, Okay.
Like, it's genderless, it doesn't really fucking matter what I call it. Any fucking way.
Clyde didn't say anything.
She said her again, trying to interrupt me. Because I keep saying Giratina as her. Because I got a name, I gotta call it something.
Did she? I didn't hear anything. I just heard you talking.
Well, I heard her, so. Again, anyway, the only one who knows what Giratina's goal was Arceus. But he stepped in and removed her from that goal and threw her into the sorcerer role, which I don't know if that's meant to be Giratina's domain or just a thing he created as a prison. I don't remember the details on that.
Instead of, I mean, depends on the lore. So instead of Satan.
Well, it's not meant to be Satan symbology at all. Like,
Okay.
they have said it's not.
The main reason.
Well, I mean, they can't because they wouldn't be able to sell it to kids.
So the main reason why I'm asking this is because I have seen somebody who's done Fakemon and made like an evil counterpart to Arceus, and I was kind of like, but doesn't that already exist?
No, it doesn't.
But it doesn't. So never mind then. It's fine.
The reason it's hard to explain is because Giratina was meant to be like Dialga and Palkia, ruling over something. Palkia ruled
The afterlife.
over space, Dialga rules over time. Giratina was apparently supposed to rule something, but for reasons I don't think we know,
The spirit realm.
Arceus took that away before it ever even was given, and threw Giratina into the distortion world. Or banished it there, I don't fucking know.
Okay. Anyway,
It's not meant to be evil, it's just, I don't know.
So
Banished.
it seems very Lucifer coded, but okay.
yeah, it actually does.
Well, the reason I don't think it's meant to be that is because the whole thing with Lucifer is he did do bad things. Like, he's the reason Adam and Eve failed. The whole thing, I don't know how to explain it. You know I'm not good at wording. But he's the reason that Adam got corrupted. Alongside Eve, technically, not still.
Technically, Eve's the reason why Adam got corrupted, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but the devil was the one that fucking went and caused all of it, had he not interfered by going and tempting either of them with the tree.
Okay, to be
Made all
fair,
that happen.
honestly, it's actually the big man's fault because, like, yeah, I'm gonna make this tree also of, for some reason, all the knowledge of good and evil. Also, you're not allowed to touch it ever, even though I said you can have anything but that tree. I don't know why I'm putting this tree here then.
Wasn't the entire point of it to test whether Adam was perfect or something? I don't know.
Yeah, but they
I don't
didn't have
remember that.
Will until Lucifer came along.
Anyways, how's it going? Clyde?
I just know Nintendo has said, yeah, no, it's not meant to be biblical symbology. That's all I really know.
Clyde?
So we don't know what Giratina was intended to be, just that it's there.
You know, I
Yeah, I don't know.
think
That's
the game
weird.
of lore that the
Get the
developers made, so therefore,
It's like, it's not at all. It's not like, even though it's hilarious that, I mean, I guess technically it would be Arceus caused the origin forms? No.
I'm pretty sure he would have given them, yeah.
I like how all the origin forms are hindered versions of the people, of the Pokemon, because, like, also, because, Dialga's signature move, Roar of Time. He can't roar because he has a giant log in his throat. Palkia's main room, a slashing move, Spatial Rend. Does
Where are
not
your
have
arms?
anymore.
Okay, to defend the forms in Legend
No!
of Arceus, they probably aren't actually their original origin forms. Keep in mind that those were created by using Arceus' power or some shit. I don't remember the explanation.
And what's
It
funny,
was something along the lines of, I don't know, it's weird.
also, what's funny, it's not an allegory, it's not a biblical allegory. Then why, pray tell, when Giratina goes into origin form,
He becomes a snake.
I thought his legs would turn into the wisps along his back because
just saying. Well, I mean, yeah, but like he doesn't have legs. But just saying, in the story of the Bible, since
Oh!
was a white Lucifer did, snakes lost their legs.
Next topic, please, besides Bible.
Mm.
Okay, so in the Binding of Isaac. Oh wait.
God damn it. Alright, anyways, yeah, I was just confused by that is all, because I was like,
I don't know.
I didn't know if the whole counterpart meant anything. Anyways, God, I hope they show off some new Pokemon for the new game. Like, cause they've done no such thing of showing new Pokemon yet.
They've hardly done any marketing, so...
Yeah, which is also concerning.
Excuse me.
Yes, Clyde?
Who's
Sure,
leaving?
what, Clyde?
It was the trees and the floating.
I don't know.
So anyway, I mean, to be fair, they did all the marketing they needed to do with the whole thing of, oh, by the way, Vegas are back, guys.
Yeah. But still, it'd be nice if they showed something off, you know?
I mean, they completely shafted Zygarde. Like, he's in the promotional poster, but not on the box art because he's cut off from the box art. Box art is not the full poster, so yeah. Good old Squishy gets fucking shafted on that, which is
It's
funny.
still weird that he was there. I'm like, oh yeah, Zygarde. Oh yeah, no, he is the. He doesn't even get his own name. I don't know why. Like, okay, we're gonna actually make Zygarde relevant in the next gen.
Yeah, he gets a Legends game.
I do love that, like, people have theorized that there was supposed to be a Legends, or not Legends, there was, like, meant to be a Pokemon Z, but it just didn't happen, and while, at the same time, people at Game Freak have said that was never even thought about, and it's like, it's hard to believe it wasn't thought about with the number of loose things that were left open in X and Y.
I mean, the thing about that is, like, they tend to do games in threes. Like, it does end up happening with some of them that there's a third game, but they haven't been doing that for a while.
Also, just saying, this is probably still making it, like, yeah, it's like how, they're like, oh, right, Zygarde, he's now actually relevant in Sun and Moon, the game, after we're supposed to make it relevant. Oops.
Yeah, he was only relevant as like a side thing. It was like, yeah, here's this cube, go find all the scores and cells and you can have
It's
them.
still more relevant than
Before time began, there was the cube.
post-game thing you can find in the cave.
I'm just disappointed by it. Like, Zygarde is probably my favorite mythical legendary, whichever one he is. I think he's legendary.
Oh yeah, I guess stripping them beforehand would make more sense. Yes, Clyde? What?
Yeah, he's my favorite.
I regret doing the spiral staircase and not an elevator.
Okay,
Well, sucks for you.
but we couldn't make an elevator.
Yeah, we can. Not now, but we could have.
I'm pretty sure they discussed doing it as an elevator and you said no. Or someone said no to the idea. I'm pretty sure Azrael was the one who said we could try doing an elevator.
Yeah, and
What?
I regret the staircase.
I don't think that. No. What, pig? Stop bumping into me.
I distinctly remember something about we could do elevator and someone said no, just do stairs.
Yeah, it was probably me, because I was like, let's make it look like it's the same the whole tower.
I'm pretty sure you're the one that said the elevator, actually.
I-
Like, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure Frank said elevator, and Ash was like, nah, just make it like the whole tower. And we didn't count the fact that we had to go down 130 flights Divided by 3.
Okay, I'm gonna point out now this is way more than 130 stairs for individual blocks, so...
I'm standing at 111, it goes to negative 19.
Feels like it would have been more than that, though, by now.
Okay, here's an interesting discussion. So,
Go ahead.
what underused Pokemon do you think deserves more like attention? Like Evos, Mega Evolutions, Gigantamaxes. Like who do you think needs more stuff to them?
Not Charizard.
Fair enough.
All I'm saying, please, I know you haven't done it before, Game Freak, but maybe, just maybe, in this generation, or in a new generation, make it like, oh, by the way, in this generation, Love Disc does evolve into Alomola, so it actually makes sense.
You know that's never gonna happen.
Alomola. Wait, which one is that?
Shaped fish.
They're both the heart-shaped fish. Love Disc is the just...
Yeah, I know Love Disc, but I don't know what the other one
Alomola
is.
is the still vaguely heart-shaped one with the big fins on the top and bottom.
I would have to see it. I'm drawing a blank.
Lubdisk is a kissing fish, and the other one is a giant sunfish.
Okay, so...
Clyde, let me point out, they have Octillery evolved from Remoraid. Species don't gotta make fucking sense when it comes to Pokemon.
So I had to bring up
Sea
Gyarados
life.
because
From one to the other, therefore they won't do it.
I mean, I still entirely believe that the whole thing about Butterfree and Venomoth having been swapped design-wise, I entirely believe that.
Especially given
Like,
their
it makes so much sense. Not even just that, like, every single thing about the design very much hints that they were supposed to be the other way around. Regardless of how much Nintendo says the other way, it wasn't the case.
Fair, same thing with, Dragonite and Gyarados.
ah,
Yeah,
now you
actually,
got a point there.
Wait a minute, Magikarp... Wait, no, how would Magikarp...
No, but what he's saying is he feels like Gyarados was meant to be the final Evo in that line.
Oh.
Because
Okay, in that regard, yeah. it
Long
definitely
Noodle,
makes
that's
sense.
blue.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just saying, why does, like, just saying, you know, both, one of them, Magikarp is orange with the cat,
He's red.
thing, whatever.
wait, yeah, no, he does. He has those whiskers. You're right, and so does Dragonite.
And
Okay, but also so does Gyarados.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's
whole
true. But
tail, yeah, but why is he blue?
whoops.
Literally the whole tale of the story is a carp jumps over a mountain or whatever and turns into a dragon. What is Gyarados? Not a dragon.
He's starting to make sense here. I mean,
what they should have done was make Gyarados, switch to evolutions, and then also seeing how I like how blue and make the white and blue noodles evolve into the white and blue noodle.
Too much sense. Nope. Gotta go the other way around. How dare you,
I'm
Lana?
awful.
Because it makes no sense that the Dragonair evolves into such an ugly Pokemon.
Dragonite's not ugly.
wow.
I would have argued.
Brayden
but I
taking
really
a
don't like
stance.
the design of Dragonite, so no.
I mean, you could say Dragonite's simple, but I wouldn't say it's an ugly design.
Yeah, I think it looks fine. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad.
He's a Buddha dragon. He's got a belly.
It looks like it's bottom heavy and should take flight.
Well, so is a bee, but it flies anyways.
Fuck that.
And
Okay, but Clyde, Gyarados flies. A bunch of other things that don't make sense to fly can fly.
Gyarados doesn't even have wings. He's just like.
and then like
I like
Exactly.
butterfly.
and the Dragonite's shiny is like the worst thing I've ever seen. So
Isn't he like?
I will say I don't
green?
like the green on the shiny. The shiny is a bit.
Why is there so many green shinies? There's so many.
And most of them aren't even that good of a green. A lot of them are like shit green. It's like why?
green and pink.
Yeah.
Pink, not a good pink.
Like if there are 3 types of shiny we do not need, it's greens, pinks, and a slightly different shade of the already same color. Like Pikachu being a
Yeah.
or more of a little bit orange
I-
than yellow.
I forget what region it is, but I think it's like Gen 6 has like some of the worst shinies.
What did you say?
Isn't it Gen 6 that has some of the worst shinies? Or
I think
I don't remember which Gen 6 is X and Y, so I don't know.
all I know
Which one?
is literally I mean to be fair, Mega Garchomp shiny
It is just darker purple.
it's pink.
No, in modern day, it's just a different purple, like slightly darker.
They did change a few of the shinies, now that I think about it.
Like it used to be a bright pink, if I remember correctly, but it's not been that since that generation.
that's the thing I was gonna say.
They changed it,
Um,
the worst change ever.
I don't know if this is a hot take or whatever, but honestly, like back to the beginning of this discussion, I think it would be nice if Sudowoodo got a new Evo of some kind.
Wait, before you vanish, how many
Oh, that's still very pink.
What?
I kinda disagree on that. Like he got a lot of love at the Grass Gem in Scarlet and Violet.
What?
Like Sudowoodo. He got love in Gen 9 with the whole.
No, I know, but I would still like to see him get a new Evo. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying. He got a Terrastal, but I mean, it's not much. I don't know. I kind of wish.
The fact they played into that at all was kind of worthy.
Okay, why are you talking in chat? What?
Because you and I were talking.
But I don't know. I mean, whatever. Like, we always talk over each other. What the fuck? And now nobody's talking. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here rubbing my eye. Looking.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's some. I need, for.
That's even weirder when there was nobody talking.
Take them all, and there's still like a stack of these. There's 3 stacks in the chest.
Oh, coming back.
Okay, go on, Braden.
That, like, I know I am obsessed with ghost types, but a spirit tomb needs something.
That is a good one. That's a good one.
Spiritomb shiny is so pretty, though.
Spiritomb didn't get a Mega, did he?
No, he got nothing.
No, he didn't. Wow.
He got shafted, like, Sableye.
Yeah, it would be nice to get more for that. Like, there's still probably a bunch of, like, one-off Pokemon that everyone's like, these guys need more Evos or something.
Like, you basically base a Pokemon after the Philosopher's Stone and you just do nothing with it? Come on.
Yeah. a lot of crazy shit you can do with that. I think we need another one of the monkeys.
We already have one for each of the starter types, so we don't need any more.
I would be so happy if there was no more monkeys.
Okay, you mean in general? Are you in general, or like the monkeys I'm talking about, Clyde?
A trio of monkeys, I would be so happy if there's no more of those.
Are there other trios of monkeys I don't know about? Or is she just referring to... Okay, no, you are... Okay, we're talking about the same thing, Clyde. Fuck!
Yeah. Yes, I'd be so happy if they don't do that again.
Or mess with them again, because I don't care for them either. They weren't really good. They kind of sucked, so...
But as Pokemon, they kind of sucked.
Like, statistically, they were just not good. Like,
Alright.
the only thing they were beneficial for is, hey, free Pokemon for a little while to cover a type you don't have.
Okay.
That's about it. That's their only purpose.
I think those three have more beneficial, I don't know what to call it, but outside of battle they would have been better, because one heats the water, one steeps the tea.
And one is the tea!
I'm just so baffled.
I don't know what the fuck's...
They were literally a trio of tea Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Horrible battle.
Can't you... I almost feel like you could say that about any starter pack now. Because it's all the same thing, Clyde.
Just saying that, I mean, it wouldn't make sense that it was more monkeys unless for some reason there was like a younger brother now of the three, but yeah. Because they literally represent the three trainers the three gym leaders that use them.
Oh. See, I didn't know that.
Also, they are.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah, that's...
they're also see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, but yeah.
Okay, then
Yeah, they
give them
really
one more
anything
Evo
else.
then. I don't know. Anyhow, okay, so... Not that.
I'm still mad that they added. There's still. I get why they never added it. I'm still mad Spiritomb never made it to Gen 9. Probably never gonna make it to Gen 9. Even in ZA.
Oh, excuse
'cause,
me.
Obviously, in ZA it wouldn't matter. They're not gonna bring back Terrassus and
Or will they? No. Or will... No. They're bringing back Megas.
Terraforming a Mega Pokemon.
Oh my god. Terrifying.
This is my Mega Terra Terrapagos. What? Has a
God.
base stat total of 1,000.
Terrapagos. Did he? No.
That's the turtle from Scarlet Violet.
Oh, right. That thing.
Responsible,
Okay. Because
responsible for Terrastal in the first place.
I don't know why Terrapagos made me think of that, the big... What the fuck is his name? The, like, grass one with the banana leaf wings.
Tropius?
Tropius, yeah, okay. I don't know, that made me think of him, and I don't know why. Maybe because I'm not versed with a lot of the Pokemon names.
I don't understand why either. That is so...
Because tropical! But, whatever. Anyways.
What's interesting is,
Sir?
yeah, because, what I discovered with making the Pokemon team is, I knew it from the bat that they're not gonna
What,
add
Clyde?
Ninja, because Ninja would be completely broken.
How is
Feeding you for leaving those beehives over there without food.
leaving those beehives over there without food? What the fuck are you on about?
There's 2 beehives over by my farm that you left without food.
What do you mean left without food? I don't know what the fuck you're on about!
You need to fucking explain.
Okay, but I wasn't. Huh?
The flowers weren't there in the first place.
When was I near your house? I'm nowhere near it. What the I'm confused.
I'm still blaming you for spawning in bees.
Okay. I don't know anymore. Clyde has broken me.
Also, Clyde, I'd like to point out I talked about those exact beehives. I think 2 or 4 streams ago.
Anyway, let's see.
I had something I was gonna say until Clyde fucking distracted me with her rant at Azrael.
What now?
Come on.
I feel like it would be hilarious if they evolved, like Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, but like even more, but it would actually make sense because they can evolve into, the English name could actually be like an actual boxer for once instead of Chan.
Okay.
Chan is a boxer.
Yeah, I mean they were meant to represent 2 different people, so
Yeah. I don't know why they.
That is true. Why is it
Yeah,
Chan?
so,
That's a fair point.
it
That's
was
weird.
What was it? It was like I know it's
Chun-Li.
Hitmonchan is him, and then I'm trying to remember what like Bruce Lee, and then
Jackie
okay,
Chan.
I had to think.
No?
yeah, but that was only for their
Jackie
names.
Chan.
That's
They're
even
actually named,
weirder.
They're actually named after different people in Japanese. Yeah.
That's even.
that's
Why would they? Okay.
And then they have him on top. That is just
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that even existed.
he just exists, I guess.
But like, imagine if like the English name for Nebo, Hitmon Tyson.
Ah! That would be good.
Well,
Although, then again, Nintendo did work with Tyson, but that didn't go too well.
Then Hitmon Ali, I guess. Nah.
Yeah.
That'd be another Chun-Li.
This would make Hitman Balboa. Base it off a fictional boxer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fighting rock type, of course.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out
Wait,
what.
I just realized something. Yeah, they should have evolved Throw and Sock into rock types because they already look like rock types.
Right, they are not rock types. You are 100% right. It's so
They're
fucking
pure
weird.
Fighting.
But they look like rocks. Bizarre.
Welcome to the evolution of Throw. It's called E.
Oh, I don't know why this popped in my head, but are you happy to hear about the Scott Pilgrim game coming out?
There's another one.
Yes, I told you about this!
It was announced like a few days ago at the, I think, PlayStation showcase.
Something like that. Anyways, yeah, they're making another one. And I'm like, excited, but also worried. Mainly because I still never finished the original one. The last level was just too fucking crazy.
I'm hoping this means we'll get a continuation off of the show soon, because I love that show. It was so cool.
I mean, considering Netflix's track record, like, it took, what, 3 years to get Wednesday Season 2? I don't think we'll be getting Season 2 of Scott Pilgrim anytime soon.
So the goose being loose does not mean we get it soon. That sucks.
The what? What?
I was quoting the last bit of it. It's like, the goose is loose.
Oh, right.
Motherfuckers.
Right. I mean, I'm sure they have a Season 2 planned. I'm sure they're gonna maybe do something. It's just, I don't know when that will be. You know?
I don't know. I love that. It's such a fun show.
Okay, but then I thought
Do you know Sonic the Hedgehog? It's so
Wait a minute.
stupid.
Oh, right. Because in the movie, he talks about Pac-Man.
Yeah, in the show, he's like, so, do you know about Sonic the Hedgehog? It's just,
I know of him.
why is that Riz? Did you think that would work?
Also,
I mean, apparently it did for him.
I'm just saying, what even are they supposed to do in season 2? They kind of beat the
Yeah, it'd be completely unique. It has to be really
I mean, because we already know Gideon has some sinister plan afoot with,
Yeah, that's literally how
Julie.
it ends off with the cliffhanger.
Thank you, Julie.
Is that clearly it's something.
Oh, that's just what the internet needs. Audrey Plaza being a fucking ultimate boss. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of... I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Basically, yeah, her being a villain and the whole... God, I thought I had something for this. I'm drawing a blank. No, I got nothing.
I just love, like, it does suck that it'd be really hard to do a season 2 due to having to think up new original material not already existing
I mean,
for a situation like this.
eh.
But at
Not
the
like-
same time, I do think it'd be interesting.
I mean,
depending on how they go about
I-
it. Like, it could be slice of life like it kind of already was.
I am gonna say this. I mean, the entire show was different from the books, so...
That's what I'm saying. It was like kind of almost like a slice of life of sorts with a little bit of adventure to it.
That's always been Scott Pilgrim, though.
Well, from what I understand of the other stuff, it's more adventure heavy than the show was. The show was mostly just shits and giggles, slice of life.
And the books were to more of an extent than the movie.
Were they?
Yes!
Oh.
The books literally, it actually goes through like a year before, like, even finishing off all the 7 X's. There's a whole Beach House episode, or Beach House chapter, for God's sake.
Okay, well I don't know any of that because I didn't get to read any of that. I don't have the fucking books.
I'm just saying, like, yes, so, what would be stupid? I mean, they already like doing meta stuff,
Okay.
even though it's kind of starting to die out. Easy way to do it. The interdimensional, or intertimelines, different split timelines of a League of Evil X's.
Oh, no.
Ones where they just want to take over other realities.
Yeah.
Or some.
They want all the Ramonas, clearly.
That would be weird, but at the same time, also kind of makes sense as an idea to go for.
What do you need, Clyde?
I do think another funny idea for a scene 2 would just be to, like, just help along the other evil X's and finding new paths, because some of them have found their new paths, like, whatever, dude, with the fucking barista job. But then there's people like the vegan who is just fucked over. So
Are you talking about Lucas? Who is he talking about?
I don't remember their names. It's been a while, so I'm going off what I remember about them.
Is it the skater dude?
Yes, the skater.
Okay,
dude.
Lucas
That's what I'm
Lee,
going
alright.
with, dude. Because his entire catchphrase is whatever.
Not that the vegan dude became the... No, the vegan dude's the barista guy.
No, it's the skateboarder. The vegan dude is stuck eating a bunch of meats because he's fucking depressed over, yeah, well, listen, nah, I'm not interested in a relationship.
Well, it's like, oh, sparks don't exist. And then sparks exist and it's like, shit. Well, I hope Wallace feels like shit. Honestly.
Nah, he don't. It's Wallace.
I mean, yeah, it's
Rejected
Wallace.
But yeah, so vegan dude is fucked currently. He's just dead with wanting to eat meat until he dies.
Well, no, what? At the end, wasn't he, like, exercising with Roxy or something?
Is he?
think so.
I don't remember. It's been too long. Speaking of Roxy, I don't remember if she had a real resolution. She might have. I don't know. Most of them got a evolution. Got
Evolution.
Resolution. I put the wrong fucking word. I don't know why I did. Most of them got a resolution. It seems like we got Scaredude. We got the twins.
It baffles me that you don't know their names. It baffles me.
It's been a while since
I know it's been a while, but still.
Like, I only remember Ramona and Scott off the top of my head.
You don't even remember fucking Kim? Kim Pine? Come on!
I forgot about Kim until you...
Knives Chow? Fucking Steven Stills, Young Neil.
God, Young Neil. I forgot about Young Neil. God damn.
Also, what's
Well, he's so
Stacy
bad.
Pilgrim. Sorry.
Also, what's stupid, also, I mean, you know Kim's gonna, right, even though, actually, I'm pretty sure they did it, even though she shits on Scott in the movie about dating Knives, but even though I'm pretty sure, didn't she make out with him?
I mean, in the books, yes.
Yeah, I think that was a thing from what I've heard. Yeah.
And they were both drunk.
No.
And at that point, I believe Knives was 18. Because that was the year jump, I think.
But I forgot what I was gonna say. Hold on. My cogs are turning. Hold on.
Please stand by.
The bamboo.
I remember Kim, I think, had eyes for a brief moment at the end for Gator did. Like, it seemed like she was admiring him, whether she wanted to admit it or not, but could be misremembering.
You know, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Knives. If they do another season 2, Kim and Knives are probably gonna be a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember that is one of the only undone things that were in other content that the show didn't do, so yeah, that's fitting. Should there be a time
What
skip?
is
Which,
going
by that
on?
point, there'd definitely be a time skip to
Love
into the season.
the power up in the game where Knives. They get
Oh
Knives
yeah!
to
That's right!
fight each other.
In the game, Kim's assist is she summons in Knives, they share a kiss, and she gets health back from it. I forgot that was a thing. Oh my god, that's honestly funny. And then they eventually made Knives her own character. Which is weird, because if you're playing as Knives and Kim, another Knives still appears. It's like, what? How did this happen?
I have a simple way of explaining it. That is just her imagining Knives coming and kissing her to get, and that invigorates her as a thought process.
That or Knives,
Shadow Clone Jitsu.
Knives has Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yeah.
You can't say my thing isn't a good idea.
No, your thing makes sense too, but also ninja.
That or twins, Basil twins.
Another thing too, like, that's not, like, in the movie or in the show, Knives' dad is insane.
Elaborate, because I'm kind of concerned.
I believe at one point he actually fights Scott, and he's like this super, like, kind of, like, he's wielding a katana and shit, and he's fucking, like, a super soldier almost. Nuts.
Well, considering book and movie, at the very least, book Scott is very much different from the show Scott, and actually does a lot of fighting and has a katana. Yeah, that checks out for him to also have a katana for some reason.
I think there's even, in the Scott Pilgrim game, I think there is a secret fight against Mr. Chow. I don't know how you trigger it, but there is a fight against him. Oh, God. Also, like, I think the funniest thing, too, is, like, Scott is such an asshole. Like, even in the books, he's way worse. But, like, He's still pretty bad in the movie and all that, but like he is a huge asshole in the books.
I've heard he's absolute scum in a lot of ways. And from what I can tell, the show really does a good job of making a version of him that's just been humbled so heavily.
Yes, especially meeting his future self, who is kind of, you know, a mess.
Old Scott, future Scott, whatever you want to call him, yeah, he was absolutely still fitting into the whole douche side of things.
Does anyone else find it weird, though, that they got somebody else to voice old Scott?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
It makes sense. It makes sense in a way, 'cause that way the voice is inherently different sounding.
Yeah, but they didn't do that for Ramona or Wallace. They just used the same voice actor.
Yeah, I considered that it shows how Office Rocker that Scott had been getting as well.
I guess.
Because some people's voices changes whenever they're going through shit, or whenever they're going crazy. Whereas someone who's on the more sane side might not change their voice very much.
Still not the weirdest.
That's kind of logical.
Still not the weirdest use of altering voices. I remember the weirdest thing about watching the show How I Met Your Mother is that the narrator was not, you know, the guy who played Ted. It was Bob Saget. And I'm like, what the he's not gonna grow up into him. He's already grown up. Like, what? Huh? Why does this work? Why did they do this? And then eventually he talks in the present, and it's obviously it's the actor. So I'm like, what? Why did they do that?
What's weird is, with Scott Pilgrim is, like, I want to know more backstory because, you know, how does Matthew have powers?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Dude, wait, mystical powers? What? And apparently being vegan gives you telekinesis?
Chris Evans, wait, was it Chris Evans? Yeah, because...
He's Lucas Lee.
The skater guy?
Yeah, Lucas Lee.
Yeah, Lucas Lee. Doesn't he have, like...
Whoa.
Isn't his whole thing in the game and the comics, like, stunt doubles? Is having, like, 1 million of them?
I mean, that was even a joke made in the show, so...
No, I'm pretty sure that was something only in the movie. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. But no, I think he had a fight against all his stunt doubles at some point.
Yeah, just like, I'm like, oh, those aren't stunt doubles, those are clones. What?
Ha! He's literally just Johnny Cage. Just...
Like, okay, who here has weird powers? All the X's raise their hands. Why?
I was about to say, what's Roxy's power? But I'm like, oh right, ninja.
Or is he just technology? I thought Gideon was just technology.
I mean, yeah, but... I mean, I guess, no, if you want to think about that, that's more or less the Kaganage twins. Because in the books, they do, like, build robots to go after Scott several times.
Oh yeah.
And fail.
Well, then again, that depends on how much, like, it is in the books and similar to how it is in the show, because if so, then the show, the robot has vegan powers, which, God, is that a weird thing to begin with?
I do not imagine it had powers to begin with. It was just a Iron Man bot, pretty much.
Okay, I wasn't sure about how it was in the books, because again, I haven't been able to read them. So I didn't know if it worked like it does in the show, where it's, interesting.
Like, why does Scott, like...
Oh!
Like, yeah, also, I mean, to be fair, Scott's band also can do it, but, music spirit things.
Yeah, that is weird.
So what, they're effectively bards in terms of how their music works?
I guess, yeah.
They made two giant freaking kaijus out of sound, and then they fought each other.
No, he hasn't.
No, I've told you before that I didn't have it. Because I didn't know about anything else other than the show whenever I watched the show, as I've told you plenty of times. You just don't listen. And by time I was going to try to watch the movie, guess what? As I've already explained to you as well, the place I go to watch my stuff made movies where you have to buy the fucking pass. You have to buy friggin' what's the word? Membership.
Be on that site anyway if it's on an animated movie for sure.
There are non-animated movies on there. I think it was on there. I'd have to look.
Meh.
Doesn't make sense with the title, but okay.
Anyhow, yeah, if you can find any way to watch it, it's worth watching the movie. I don't know how you would do it.
If you're gonna show me, you're gonna have to do it via screen sharing from somewhere, because I don't have access to it on any of my own areas. Like, I'll gladly watch it if you're willing to fucking stream it from something. Be it a place you already have a subscription to that has it, or whatever.
If I had a disk drive for my computer, I would.
Do you have the disc?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I have 2 copies.
Okay.
Okay, here's an idea. I don't know if this is a thing. Do external disk drives you just plug in exist?
I'm not gonna buy a disk drive.
Yeah, well, if...
Okay, but what if you want to watch something else and you want to have a disk drive to put it on? That way you can stream
It's
it.
on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh. But you won't be able to stream it that way.
I don't care.
Can't you screen share with the Discord thing? Maybe I'm wrong.
I forget.
You can, I just don't know how it works on PlayStation. And I know it has to work on PlayStation because I checked on if it works on Xbox, and it does. I just
Okay.
can't do it because I'd have to set shit up on my end to do that.
By the way, Clyde, how's it going?
Yep. Going.
Sorry, you've just been quiet because we've been talking.
Yeah, I know.
Ah. Alright, what do you want to talk about then, Cloyd?
I need a shovel.
That...
Okay, but should it be held by a knight?
Please don't talk about Shovel Knight. I want to play it again, and it's gonna be painful. Wah.
Probably, it's probably going to be really expensive for what I want to do. Probably going to have to make multiple shovels.
I can't.
I didn't know you wanted to play it as real. That might be interesting.
I've played it before, and I love it. The only problem is I had to re-buy it because when I originally played it, I did it on the Wii U. So, oof.
I mean, it would make for a good stream.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's just eventually I'd just be like, fuck it, gonna restart and make it one of the use one of the codes to make me invulnerable, cause fuck, just die.
Nope, not allowed.
But hey, I could play it with Brayden. Multiplayer.
That could be cool. Could be a good couch co-op game.
I also wanted to play Shovel Knight Dig. That one I haven't played yet. And they recently just brought it to PlayStation. And it's like a roguelike Shovel Knight.
I'd be interested in watching you play the Shovel Knight series because I haven't gotten to see any of it. The only stuff I do know about it is from the death battle against Scrooge McDuck, so...
Did he lose that? I don't remember. I think he lost that. Yeah.
Scrooge won by a lot. Scrooge won very well.
Okay.
Is it strange I know someone goes by Hollow Shovel Knight?
No, that's not
No,
strange.
they probably took inspiration from Shovel Knight when they made the name, so no, it's not.
And Hollow Knight. I don't know. You know what I think would be more of a fitting battle, maybe? Like, I get why they did Scrooge versus Shovel Knight, but if you want somebody that might actually stand a chance against Scrooge, put him against Wario. Because with all the lore of his games, like, I'm sure he'll put up a fight.
Also, it would make sense thematically, because guess what Wario does? He steals money. Guess what Scrooge fucking hates? People stealing his money.
Yeah. They're both rich
It would make
adventurers.
perfect sense.
My axe!
Because you said axe and it made me think about it. I may or may not have downloaded some mods in Skyrim to make me able to play as Kratos, basically.
Honestly, if it's
Yeah, that makes
crazy
sense.
tune logic, another one who can, I mean, I'm not saying he's corrupt. Actually, no, he's pretty corrupt like Wario. Wario versus Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, that's another one that could be interesting.
That would probably check out.
Actually, if it's a battle of, like, scammers, because Krabs kind of scams people out of money a lot.
Oh,
Imagine him against...
Shit.
While on the topic of tune logic, the next death battle
Oh my
is
god.
Wile E. Coyote versus Tomcat. From
Yeah,
Tom
that's
Jerry.
gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Yes, Clyde?
I'd like to file a complaint with management.
Oh.
Um,
This railroad on the bridge didn't finish it.
Clyde, that was
If
you.
wanna-
Right, that would be you.
I asked for rails several times and he never gave me.
Oh, never mind.
No, I was just talking about the redstone torches, which I was not in charge of.
So,
Anyhow, back to what I was saying. Right, if it's like a battle of, like, kind of scammer people, Mr. Krabs versus Grunklestad.
Well, the thing there is, actually, I guess, yeah, no, Mr. Krabs does do a little bit
Well,
of schemey business.
Yeah,
and
both of them,
he does
too,
check out.
are, like, uber brawlers. So that should be fun.
While I'm on the thought process of last battle, yeah, let's just say Simone, I'm not gonna finish the name just because I don't want to risk any issues with this YouTube check thinking I'm saying something else, or Twitch thinking I'm saying something else. Simone from Gurren Lagann completely decimated, White Lantern.
Which, I mean, I kind of...
battle.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that fight, because now I'm like, really? I thought the White Lanterns were stupidly strong.
Oh, they are, but Simone, holy shit, does Gurren Lagann apparently go off the fucking rails.
Anime.
I knew
Again,
it was cool in a crazy anime. I didn't know how fucking absurd it actually
Yeah.
was.
I...
Wait, so they only did him as White Lantern, right?
Yes, I
They
believe
did
so.
it at his very peak of White Lantern,
So like,
including after he got the life equation. So
like never. So he was never ultraviolet. Wait, no, is he the ultraviolet Lantern?
No, that's John Stewart.
isn't
What?
John Stewart is the Ultraviolet Lantern.
Okay, then they need to do put John Stewart in. We need to.
I mean, I don't know. White Lantern was pretty fucking busted as is. Like, the amount of power the life equation gave was so much power that he literally couldn't handle it. I don't
Anyhow,
know enough about DC and the different Lantern Corps.
Yeah. The other thing, too, about it, like, to me, I was like, anime had a very bad track record against any other form of media.
Unless it's another anime, yeah.
Yeah, they I mean,
yeah,
the,
Simone
there were
completely wiped.
there were a few that kind of, like, overtook it, like Frieza versus Megatron. I mean, I guess to a degree you can't count. It's kind of like it's animation and kind of done in that style, but it's not an anime. So anime won against Transformers. But, like, yeah, them against Avatar.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. They've been wrecked.
Yeah. Star Wars with Obi-Wan.
Oh, right! Obi-Wan versus Kakashi. I forgot about that. Hello there.
Anime's had a bad track record against anything that's not other anime, surprisingly, on Death Battle.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We can just watch that Death Battle after stream. That's a good idea. For one of the things we streamed today.
Ah!
After
Anyways.
stream. Good old watch party. It's a good Death Battle. I think it might be actually interesting to both of you. The, Simone versus whatever his name is, White Lantern.
Kyle Rayner? Is that not his name?
Yes, I think. That sounds correct. I found it very interesting.
I was gonna say, they should do a Death Battle with the Black Lantern, but like, Black Lantern could just easily win.
Isn't actually like I know the whole thing for Black Lanterns is you have to die to become a Black Lantern, which is interesting because I was told by someone else that to be a White Lantern you have to become every other type of Lantern, which would include Black Lantern, but that clearly isn't the case. That's weird. I don't know.
No, the White Lantern is just basically could be easily gifted by the White Lantern.
I know, but I meant like I don't know. I just remember hearing that they comprise of all others, including Black.
Ultraviolet Lantern is all the lanterns. Oh, they should have done frickin' Hal Jordan as Parallax.
Jesus.
I mean, they mentioned him and how he was beaten by White Lantern.
Just, hey, I have all the rings, screw you. But also, it's cool, what would be cool is, Black Lantern would be funny because, just because, like, oh no, what could I possibly do? Anyway, you're Superman, you lose.
Oh no.
It's like, yeah, I get to bring back, even though they brought Batman, even though in the freaking Darkest Day, there's a Batman. I'm like, oh, so it's not, the Black Lanterns don't technically provide people. I'm pretty sure they're constructs still, because there was a zombie Batman, but Batman wasn't dead.
Interesting.
So, it's
Sounds like an oversight.
yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure they can still, I mean, it gets weird, but, unless it's two different Batman, technically, you got blasted back in time, but maybe he still had a dead body or something. But whatever.
I don't know.
So,
Sometimes
it's
comic
like-
lore gets confusing.
It's like, bring back Superman, you just win.
Yeah, since, I mean, Superman's track record. I think he's only ever fought Goku. Am I wrong?
True. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't recall anyone other than 2 fights against Goku.
Is it 3?
3?
They did 3.
Was it 3? I thought it was 2.
It was 3, because the second one was against, Super Saiyan God Goku, and then the third one's Ultra Instinct Goku.
Yeah, and guess who still can't win? I love it that even though they're getting new forms of Goku, he's just like, ha!
It's
Yeah, I
the
think
checklist. Do you have magic? No. Do you have kryptonite? No. You don't beat Superman. Period.
Yeah.
Generally, yeah. Unless you're fucking,
Batman for some reason.
I was gonna say Doomsday.
Oh no, I guess he
doesn't
uses
have
he
magic,
uses
he just-
kryptonite, right?
He's kryptonite.
Force.
Yeah.
Is he made of kryptonite? I didn't know that.
Oh, Doomsday. Yeah.
It's not Krypton, right? Yeah, I guess that actually does
I-
check out.
I don't know why I thought you meant Darkseid. I'm like, Darkseid's not made out of kryptonite. What the fuck?
No, but like, yeah, freaking.
Anything that lived on
don't think he was raised on like Krypton though, because Krypton was destroyed.
Was he not? Because I thought.
And this freaking mad scientist dude basically made him because he just sent. Doomsday's messed up.
Yeah, I remember.
I think I remember.
Death Battle, but I thought he was on.
I
Krypton.
I think I remember hearing.
Maybe it would have been way before the destruction of Krypton. I don't know.
I think I remember hearing something like Doomsday is from prehistoric Krypton. Like he's ancient.
Well, but there's also he's a science experiment though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because how he was made was a scientist was like, okay, I want to make an unkillable killing machine.
It wasn't even a killing machine, was it? I thought it was just an evolution toward being unkillable.
Well, whatever. But like, okay, so anyway, I'm gonna send this baby into this basically uninhabitable planet. Oh, it died. I'm going to take its corpse and just basically make it back into goo, make another clone, and send it back.
Yeah, and then it eventually reached the point where he comes back. Was it immune to whatever killed him before?
Yeah, whenever Doomsday dies, he comes back and he can't be killed by that way again.
Yeah,
don't know
the
how-
same thing as.
I don't know how specific it is, but
So, in other words, it's effectively the same thing as Heracles' God Hand and Fate, which is only his is limitless, whereas Heracles is only, 12 times at a time, because 12 lives.
then
Yeah, the 12 feats of
with,
Hercules.
then what's funny is, and eventually, Doomsday came back. And, Doomsday eventually came back as, like, an adult, basically, as Doomsday is. Actually, no, I think he was like a teen. Or like a teen, like Doomsday. And then, guess what? He kind of remembered all the times the Doctor illegally shot him out of a cannon and, like, got him killed.
Yeah.
So...
So yeah. He was kind of left with nothing but evil rage, and yeah, it didn't go well for the Doctor. Now I'm curious who would win a fight between Heracles and Doomsday. Probably Doomsday. But if they both get immune to whatever killed them the last time, or not just last time, but in general, then would they become immune to each other?
I don't know. Hey, Death Battle, get on it.
Like, it depends on how specific the methods have to be.
Well, let me try to put this into, because there's, so, looking at Heracles and Fate, looking at the Prismaverse, because that has a good example of, showing his invincibility, something that literally just killed him, was when Miyu used Artoria's power to use Excalibur. She, in one time that she killed him, she slashed off one arm, I think cut into part of his leg, and stabbed him in the abdomen. But when she tried to do those things again in the subsequent life, they literally did nothing. All that happened was sparks flew where she smacked, because it just became completely immune to the sword.
Okay, then use an axe.
Well, it's immune to Excalibur. So
Okay, but...
However, looking at
Okay, never mind then. I guess I'll just let him finish.
Heaven's Feel, it shows that there's a bit of a loophole, because Saber Ulter decided to, instead of using all of her force at one time, she killed him several times in a row by using smaller amounts of power and increasing it with each
Walks
time.
into a tree. Clyde, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, is it specifically Doomsday died by Superman. Got like his head punched off by Superman. Is he now immune to getting his head punched off?
Or specifically
in
by
general, or
Superman?
Specifically by Superman.
I don't know how Doomsday's works, but I know that Heracles is, and whatever killed him before, like specifically, when it comes to weapons, it's the specific weapon.
Okay.
He is immune to the exact attack that killed him. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if, for example, if Mia had struck somewhere else in a different up. It wasn't even full Excalibur War, you know, it's just the mana surrounding it. So,
It sounds like it would just be a stalemate.
yeah, it sounds like they'd eventually just reach a point of being mutually immune. Like, I don't think Heracles would even go through 12 lives before he'd become immune to Doomsday. Like, it's that... Doomsday's entire thing is, just punching. Like, that's about it.
Doomsday has spent enough time that he's probably immune to everything already, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing he wouldn't be immune to off-rip would be 9 lives. The actual attack. It's an attack... It's hard to put into words. I think it's more of a technique, technically. You remember the image I sent that we used for Helena, right? And that giant weapon she has?
Attacked by axes and all that before, so...
I guess. Again, I don't really know how it would translate in that regard. I don't know how that would translate, because again, if we're doing like Excalibur, then obviously he's not immune to Excalibur off-rip. But 9 lives is a bit harder to pinpoint, because I don't know if it's a magical thing, or if it's just a technique kind of thing. So that one, I don't know.
But yeah, I think all depends how big it is, because if it's like, oh, he's immune to all decapitation because he's been decapitated before, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how
It all
Doomsday's
depends
stuff
how
works.
big it is, because,
I just know that Heracles would become immune pretty quickly, because there's no weapons that Doomsday has at his disposal. Like, he can't rip out a car, like a road sign, and do anything. That won't do shit, because it's not a weapon capable of even harming Heracles. If it's not I think A-class weapon, which, yeah, let's just go ahead and say, probably none of those are even remotely available to
So what if he grabbed him and just,
Doomsday in translation.
you know, punched him into the center of the Earth's core?
That would only work once. Just like it would only work once with Doomsday. It's at the moment it
Doomsday's already immune to that shit. I think. I mean, at least he isn't Injustice.
how is he immune to getting punched into the atmosphere?
Who, Heracles?
Yeah.
I mean, he won't be immune to getting punched up there, but he's immune to being hurt by it in the future, at the very least. Like, it's not
Is he immune to... How does he breathe?
He probably doesn't need to begin with, to be fair, because he's a heroic spirit. He's not exactly...
He's a
I don't
demigod.
think they need to breathe. That too, he's also, yeah, a fucking demigod. Godhand probably prevents him
Heroic
from
spirit,
needing to
what
breathe
the
or some
fuck?
shit. I don't know for sure. Honestly, Godhand has so many applications, I don't know what all they can do.
I mean, if it's specifics, I mean, Doomsday also doesn't need to breathe, so somehow they just start fighting in space.
It's just punching at each other, doing nothing.
Like, okay, how Doomsday, if it's specific things, Doomsday just punches him 12 times into all the planets of the solar system.
To be fair, one planet would be enough to prevent that from working again, though, because it's being punched into a planet in general. And at that point, it's not even that, it's just the brute force of it that he'd be immune to.
Like, hey, the icy core, the frickin' punching into the sun.
Yeah,
Like,
that would be a little more diverse, but again, he'd have to have 12 different things that are completely different in every way from one another in order to actually kill Heracles. Which I think he also regenerates one life every 24 hours, but I might be misremembering.
It's still
I don't know
hilarious
for sure.
that they did Doomsday versus Hulk. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
he can come back from the dead. What do you mean?
Doomsday won that, right?
He's forever immortal. You only count
Like-
one life.
Yeah, at that point it's like singular life, but even then it's like, I don't think Hulk has anything he could have done, because first off, I'm pretty sure Superman has more strength, we have to acknowledge that. I don't by default Superman is stronger and therefore would have a higher chance of killing Doomsday with brute force, to a degree that Hulk can't match up to, so Hulk probably wouldn't succeed.
It's still funny that DC had such a hard-on for Batman that they completely shaft Superman in a 1v1. Like, somehow just the plot armor that Batman has around Superman is ridiculous.
Just the plot armor he has in general is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, he has
Like-
just, yeah, plot armor in general, yeah.
It's like, okay, who wins? A billionaire, or someone who literally held heaven up?
Like, okay, even better, billionaire with a shiny green rock. Or a man who literally held half of infinity with Wonder Woman, which, guess what? Half of infinity is still in fucking infinity. So, yeah.
You know, now that you point that out, Lex Luthor's probably like, how come Bruce can beat him and I can't?
Not even that. He's done the exact thing. Like, his entire fucking arsenal is all kryptonite, and it didn't do shit to stop him, or to stop Superman, get him an upper hand on Superman. It just delayed him getting beaten up.
And
That's
then
all it
Bruce
was.
is like,
So it's
haha.
kind of ironic that it works for Batman to do that. It's like, less overall kryptonite.
And, okay, so, and here's the thing, like,
They're attacking with it, and somehow he wins.
here's the thing, like, I'm a big fan of Batman, and I'm like, yeah, Batman can kick Superman's ass, but I am in the same ballpark of, doesn't really make sense, though. Unless Batman secretly is a Kryptonian, but then why would Kryptonite not affect him? I don't know.
If Superman didn't, like, even if in Injustice, he still wants to rule the world, if he didn't, he wins.
What do you mean?
Cause like, oh, cool, I wanna beat Batman, okay, he just goes into the orbit, he just goes into the sun, and just snipes Batman with a laser beam.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing that's a problem with Superman, is that he's so powerful, it's like he could just do something like that, and then problem solved.
Like, I know you're like a super dumb Superman, but seriously?
I just find it amusing, like, how comics can sometimes make a character so broken, but at the same time, so shafted against other people who are weaker than the people they completely decimate. It's like, really doesn't make sense now, does it?
I still find it funny that there's a clip of My Adventure with Superman where it's literally like Lois Lane, like they were getting, basically Lois Lane I think was gonna get shot, even though I don't know if it's actual bullets, but I'm pretty sure the clip looked like lasers
Lasers.
or whatever, or it looked like, it was like heavy fire at least, and it's like, Superman goes, or sorry, Clark Kent goes into the way, and she's like, how do you know you were bulletproof? And he was like, I didn't, I just know you weren't. And I'm like,
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm like, why does that make sense?
It would still kill her! Yeah, it would go through you!
It would go through you into her. You would both.
Yeah, this is when they were learning about his powers. I watched the first season of that. Honestly, I found it to be very odd of a show. Like, it seemed very interesting.
Yeah, I know. It still baffles me that that Lois Lane is just loose, but okay.
Yeah, I know, I was just about to say that too, like, it's almost the same, like, it's very weird.
Like, I actually really liked how Lois was done. And I kind of like the other dude, the Firebird.
Fire?
Account dude. I forgot his name, but he's the owner of Firebird or channel or some shit in the show. Which is like, apparently he's a character in only a few other iterations of Superman. It's like very, very unusual. to point out in the
Very
show,
unknown because I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
Because there's like a point where they meet other reality versions of Lois.
I guess I'm gonna have to watch the show, man.
Of him, that's a female, and that's it.
Right. But yeah, the character design for Lois Lane, it's impossible. Like, if you watch Owl House, it's impossible to look at that and be like, it doesn't look like Luz. Because it does! It 100% does! So weird.
See, what really confused me about My Adventures with Superman was the lore of it seemed a little different. Like, first off, yeah, it makes sense he doesn't know what any of the stuff about his family, and he was very caught off guard whenever his powers start showing up. And all these things. First off, why is it that suddenly Kryptonian is just a foreign language that is impossible to understand even for him? Like, is that something in the comics or any other iteration?
have
From what I understand, it was always
no
like,
idea.
basically just
I have no idea about that. What's another...
In My Adventure with Superman, he literally cannot understand what his father is saying. Apparently, Kryptonians have attacked the Earth before, and that's why one army dude is hunting down Superman, and he doesn't know any of the shit going on about his people, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
This is just sounding like Invincible.
Yeah! And then there's Evil Kara.
What the fuck is going on? I don't remember any of this being in Superman. What is all this?
I think I remember seeing clips of, like, Kara in the show, Supergirl, and she's all, like, evil now, and I'm like,
Under that season.
huh, this is interesting.
Oh yeah, I think you first meet her and she's brainwashed by Brainiacs.
Oh, I don't think it's a brainwash situation as much as it's, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like she believes that he's...
Manipulated?
Yes, she's more manipulated than anything, I think. Like, I believe she thinks that Brainiac is the good guy. Even
I
though,
never got
no.
past season 1, so I didn't get to when Kara appears, but I definitely remember whenever she showed up, I'd see just so many posts and thumbnails, like YouTube, Twitter, just all over the place. You just see things about Kara, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, people really do like Kara, what the fuck?
Yes.
I didn't realize how much of a fan favorite she was as a character. But yeah, I might eventually go back and rewatch it and go through the stuff I didn't see.
I think it's
don't know
on
yet.
Prime. I should watch it.
It could be another watch party thing for us to do after streams, after we finish Fairy Tail.
And Rise.
Oh, yeah.
DuckTales.
Woo-woo.
Okay, yeah, we definitely need to do DuckTales first, though, because DuckTales is just... I kind of want to see DuckTales with y'all.
I mean, David Tennant's amazing as Scrooge McDuck. Like, it's perfect. There is only one thing, though, about it that bothers me. Because there's one villain they set up, and then never use him. Why is Clyde muted?
She's probably been muted for a while, we just didn't notice.
Clyde? Or... No, this one.
Clyde, doth thou need a hug? And my phone is glitching out. Lovely. I did not get to see what was said. Yeah, she said have been for a while. Is phone done glitching out? Okay, yes, thank God.
Ree!
She hears us, she's just...
No, I know she hears us, but why? Why? Well, that's peculiar. These leaves have grown on the side of this house. And since the support beams are logs, I guess they were able to stay here. Did I lose everybody? Why is everyone quiet now?
I'm just
Oh.
not speaking. You're good.
Where are you?
At one of the many weird locations.
Oh.
Near the railroad, the big bridge.
Okay. Yeah, Darkness is funny.
Yes, and it's just one thing that I don't think the original series did. Actually talk about Huey, Dewey, and Louie's, well, mom at least, hiding. What,
She's
Clyde?
hiding from us. We must find her.
She's probably in the hold.
What time are we at?
Time for you to get a watch. 140, pretty much.
So
Ow!
20 minutes. Got it.
Oh my god, excuse me. Ugh. Thank you, Clyde. You could easily, say that as well. Ah!
What?
You just wrote in chat the time we're at. She is
I'll be
staying
back in a minute.
silent.
Turn on my air conditioner while I'm gone.
Someone show has real force.
Oh, Christ. Ah!
I almost fell down the staircase. Yay.
When Guardian gets back, I want to tell him about the fever dream that is Camp. Christ. Oh my god, that show was
Bunch of weird.
nuts.
I know there's supposed to be a season. Yeah, I think there's another season, but there's only like 3 episodes in it.
Yeah, so maybe Prime will get them when they're done. Good
I
god.
think the series has been done.
Oh, it has been? Oh.
I think they just did the last episode, it's like 3 episodes, and then Rooster Teeth shut down basically. So
Ah. Right.
Hi.
Hi. Wah.
Excuse me. Do you mind? Get out of... I'm going to smack you. Go away.
can't.
Sorry, I've been over here arguing with a chicken.
Okay.
It keeps getting in the way of mining. And that is all you've missed for the past I don't know how long I've been muted.
Okay, cool. I got in an argument with a chimpkin.
Yes, it was a very foul argument. Dude,
Well, that's about it for today.
I'm going to-
Sorry, that pun was awful, Clyde.
This little head is trying to get herself killed.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm passing my way to my other house.
Oh no.
Okay, I am back.
It's only
Hello.
2,000 blocks in one direction. Oh, God.
Clyde.
And I'm a little under 100 blocks in the other.
Hmm. So yeah, Guardian. Recently, me and Braden were watching the show Camp Camp.
I've heard of that. You see one of Rooster Teeth's, or
Yeah, it was a Rooster Teeth thing.
yeah, Rooster Teeth.
It is
They're
far.
old, big ones.
It is far more chaotic than I ever could have imagined. Like, it is just off the walls insanity.
I remember I wasn't very interested in that one. I didn't have any interest to watch it. Mostly just Red versus Blue and Ruby was all I cared for Rooster Teeth. And then they eventually lost me on Ruby, and I finished what I was considering the main plot of Red versus Blue, so...
Yeah, I forgot that Red vs. Blue started off as just, you know, haha jokes, and then was slowly, like, there's a plot, and everyone was like, oh, isn't that interesting?
I remember I was very confused, like, a good way through. Like, things got very confusing, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I just was watching because I like the characters.
Mm.
And, yeah, I ended with the, plot ending of when Church actually died.
Okay.
And, yeah, does that seem to have been where it ended? And then everything after that I was seeing for the next, like, several episodes just looked like shits and gable stuff, so I'm like, okay, this is stuff unrelated to the main
That's
plot.
probably why you wouldn't have gotten into.
Remotely act-
Yeah, that's probably.
None of the characters were anyone I was familiar with, and if they were, it was in stuff that very much didn't seem connected, so I'm like, okay, it's all just random nonsense now.
Yeah,
Kind of
so.
general.
Given that, yeah, you probably would not enjoy Camp Camp, because most of it was just, you know, out there madness.
Yeah, well, it's not that I didn't like it, it's more so that it just wasn't what I was there for. I was there for these adventures of the original gang,
Yeah.
Red and Blue, but that wasn't there, so I'm like, okay, well, the adventures that I was interested in are over, so I'll just stop there. Stop at that season. I think it was, what, 13?
Okay.
And then went on to have, like, 16 plus.
Basically, me with Ruby kind of. Oh.
Yeah, Ruby... I lasted longer on Ruby than you did, but it did lose me eventually.
I mean, I think I lost at season 5, though, but yeah.
Season 5, I was okay with. Season 6, I think I was fine with. 7, it was a little eh. 8 was like, okay, it's a little bit eh, but I can tough through it. And then 9 is where I'm like, okay, yeah, no.
And then Ruby Chibi
At this
happened.
point.
All that, I was just like, oh, okay.
9 was so, I'm like, what the fuck is going on when I got to
Isn't
I'm
there
like,
a
yeah,
whole
no.
thing of, like, Jean?
Time travel?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jean is okay, he gets sent far enough back that he's he's part of a fucking fairy tale book, basically, Alice in Wonderland, that they grew up with. That was, obviously released before they were children. Which,
Wait.
first off, why have time travel in the first place? Second off, that means that there are simultaneously two Jeans at the same time, technically.
But,
And
wait.
it's like, what the fuck?
You're telling
What are you
me...
thinking, Rooster Teeth?
You're telling me most of these characters are based off fairy tales, but the book Alice in Wonderland exists in their universe.
It's basically Alice in Wonderland. It has, like, similar characters.
Yeah, I didn't.
Except Alice.
Yeah, because they got sent to Alice in Wonderland or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but they got sent there, and it turns out that the Alice was a horrible piece of shit. Like, she was nothing like our version. She was an actual horrible person.
Okay.
And it just, there was so much to it that's like levels and levels of shit, and it's like, okay, it's already a lot to keep track of. First off, with what just happened to lead to this point. Like, the last season ended off very fucking insane. Why are we jumping straight off into another even more insane thing that has no connection, effectively, to what was just happening?
It's
Beyond the fact of why we're here.
It's just
To
so
suffer.
weird that it's like, okay.
Like, we got into, like, double-digit episodes. Like, I remember, I think it was, like, 9 to 10? And we had not seen anything outside of that world. We have not seen anything with what happened on the other side of the portal. Which ended off as a cliffhanger, too. I'm like, you can't just leave that up in the air.
You can't keep getting away with this.
Like, imagine if you're like, okay, cool.
Oh man.
We built this super complex world that we're gonna explore. Okay, by the way, we're gonna send all of our characters to a different world and just ignore this world for a while.
Yeah, it's just so
I mean,
stupid.
again,
It
if
didn't make any fucking sense. Like, one of Ruby's mom's swords, apparently, or something connected to her mom, being in that world. It's like, wait, huh? Excuse me, how?
well, don't let Clyde know you did that, Braden.
Implied to have been killed by fucking Salem. There should be nothing of her mom in this world. Why is it there?
No,
I
the
just got
beehive.
so
I was
lost on
talking
Volume 9. Okay, you've lost me, Rooster Teeth. Like,
Yeah,
I gave you so
if-
much benefit of the doubt with this. I even, like, put aside the fucking scummy bullshit you do on a fucking weekly basis. But that's just too much. You went way too far off the rails with this volume.
If anything, I do think Ruby is one of those series that deserve like a reboot. Like, okay, fresh start over, and keep the story
It needs a
cohesive.
respectful reboot that would be honoring Monty's vision, not whatever the fuck Rooster Teeth eventually did with it.
Casually deafen self. Ah!
It's just baffling. Also,
Like- Go on. I can wait.
yes, we get it. We get it, Rooster Teeth. You love that. We love that love conquers all. But sorry, Blake and Yang are not beating Adam. But okay.
Not only that, but also the way they handled their love in Volume 9 was so bad.
Oh wait, wait. They actually became a thing?
Yeah, but
Yes, they
What the fuck?
Okay, so it's bad because first off, the people who wanted this shit to happen wanted it to happen back in Volume 3.
God.
They haven't wanted it nearly as much as time progressed because things got to where like, okay, well, this ship would no longer be as good now.
And
it was
then they
so
did it.
fucking forced in Volume 9. It was awful. It was, okay, I shit you not. They were literally in like life or death situation. There was no idea if the others were even going to be alive by the end of the thing. Because they were in what was called what was it, brainstorm, minds, or something. Something to do with everyone's having troubled minds. They need to work out their problems, and then they'll be free.
Why does that sound like something that'd be in Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Yeah, and everyone else was going through all these awful thoughts, like all these problems, and they're just over here. Their only issues being their feelings with each other, and they work it out. And then I shit you not, the first thing
Casually runs out of
everyone sees
inventory
when
space.
everyone gets put back together once the storm is gone is Blake and Yang kissing. In the middle of having just been arguing and raging with each other, with Kat and Sean, and it's like, this is the
Okay,
worst
well,
thing I've seen
again,
in
that
a
just
while.
proves how little I've actually continued it, but I didn't realize that was the thing.
Yeah, that happened in Volume 9. It's awful.
I know they when they friggin' team up to kill Adam, it's so stupid, but also, just saying that it's so forced that, I'm not saying what ship I like better, I liked, Sun and like that. But yeah, 'cause they
Yeah,
have
that's a
way
good one.
more in common.
I mean, they had chemistry from the get-go. That one made a lot of sense, yeah.
Oh,
But, like,
also,
they could be
I vaguely remember there being a DC and Ruby crossover
yeah.
Yeah.
where they made Batman a faunus with bat wings, and I was like,
Yeah,
huh.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but huh.
It was. I should have recorded it.
I just found myself so disappointed in Ruby Volume 9. I just couldn't.
Baffling that, like, also after Volume 3, they just shaft every side character.
Yeah, every single side character basically from the first 3 volumes
So,
never fucking appeared.
when-
Coffee,
Yeah, Team Coffee, Team Sun.
Sun. Like, only Sun appears, and that's it. He's the only
I believe I've
character.
asked this before. I just forget what the
Yeah,
answer
for like a
was.
couple
When
volumes, and that's it.
did the creator pass away
Sorry.
again?
Literally just a little way before Volume 3 ended. Like, Volume 3, like, the whole entirety of Volume 3 was within his, plans. Because he had finished all of the writing and all that for it. Like, everything was finished. It was just being made before, and he died before it actually finished all being aired.
Jesus.
But everything after Volume 3, basically, was just their own shit that they went off of once he was gone.
So I guess that's why they also kind of ditched the side characters. They didn't know how to use them, so they're like, fuck it.
Possibly.
I'm just saying, I would have preferred if it turned into more of, like, instead of them screwing off, they probably could have, rebuilt the school.
That too, like, the whole explanation was, oh yeah, we have to rebuild the school and the city, and there's Grimm still infesting the entire area, and it's like,
One thing I have to say,
but,
one thing I do know it was probably in Monty's books somewhere, the new Grimm Slack.
I just found a lot of
The Naglavi, whatever it's called.
I'm trying to remember which one it is.
And the Apathy, they're both cool.
Yeah, I will say they did those pretty cool. Like there were some good things Rooster Teeth did with it after Monty died, but there was a lot of decisions where it's like, was that really the greatest of ideas? I don't think so.
Like,
Because Volume 9 was filled with them.
like some characters are also cool. Like the TikTok girl, I forgot. The Croc girl, the one that's based off the
Oh.
Captain Hook.
I was like, what the hell are you
Oh yeah,
talking
the
about?
one that took Maria's eyes out. Yeah.
Yeah, she is awesome. I love the concept. And then, yeah, there's like a whole bunch of characters, but then they're like, yeah, season 8 and 9 are like getting weird.
Yeah, and I found it disappointing too, because there were some things where I'm just like, I really don't like that they took that direction, because it doesn't make sense. For example, Volume 9 again was chock filled with a lot of shit that was just really bad decisions. One of which, like, almost everything off rip was just awful. Like, first off, characters are completely different from how they were in the previous volume. Ruby, she is nothing but a distraught
Bless you, Clyde.
wreck that is literally incompetent at everything at the moment. Frickin' Blake is, I don't even know, basically the same. Except not as what's the word? Downcast. Yang is, she's all kinds of different than normal. Weiss, out of buttfuck nowhere, for some reason is the comedy relief, but Yang usually provided even in the last season. It's like, why is Weiss, one of the most serious people in the last season, suddenly just the most out there doing random bullshit?
Yeah.
Why? Like, yeah, she had moments in previous volumes, like when she
one thing I didn't like, we get it. When Yang, like, even when it was early, it was volume 4. Bummer Yang suck.
Yeah. Like,
I get,
it's
like,
weird.
but also, when you got your robotic arm, maybe stop being a bummer.
Well, she did stop being a bummer until Volume 9 when she went right back into being the bummer, except more so I'm an angry bummer. Well, that doesn't want anyone doing any fucking thing.
He's like, oh yeah, I still don't want to go out, even though I have a robotic arm.
Okay, well, I meant like after she started using it, she stopped being a bummer until Volume 9.
Yeah,
For the most part.
It's like,
For the most part.
like, I'm just saying, yes, you got your ass handed by Adam, and also your school's gone. But also, everyone else is basically okay, and also, I'm just saying, you had to put up with this on a daily basis against the fight against Grimm. So, whatever.
Like, there's just a lot of things that got written very badly later on. Like, I was just so disappointed to see it. It was sad. Because I loved Ruby. Like, I loved watching through it, but then things just started getting worse and worse. I'm like, yeah, I'm still enjoying it, but it's getting a little concerning. And then, Volume 7, it was starting to get like, okay, now it's, getting a little pushy. Volume 8 was very pushy, then 9, it's like, yeah, no, that's fucking
I
it.
think I stopped that season, after season.
You stopped at, I think, you said around, I think you stopped at like just after 6 or just after 7 when Crow died was when you, or when Crow got the other dude killed, is when you stopped, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, the freaking Ace Force, holy crap.
Yeah, I remember that's what made you stop, was when Crow, in a fit of emotion, ended up getting Clover killed by Tyrion. Cause he was fucking all levels of emotionally just out there.
Didn't have to recast Crow?
Yes,
Maybe?
I don't remember the situation, but I don't think it was a good
It's
situation.
sad.
also they did the whole, Mordecai thing when Crow was like, oh, drinking bad, that's for kids.
Awesome.
Like, yeah, we can't have Crow drink, that would be a bad influence for kids. Well, we also can't have kids go out with frickin' sniper size either, but okay.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, in a thing where, like, the main thing is we kill things with weaponry, the drinking is the thing we have to get rid of. Same with smoking, I guess. Like, what? Huh?
Not even just Grimm, they have fought and most likely killed other people.
Yeah.
Like, hell, later in that same volume where Crow stopped really drinking, whenever he was explaining things to Ruby and Jean and them, literally that same exact volume, which I think was like, actually I think literally the episode before, he literally ripped, or no, Ruby cut the fucking Tyrion's tail off. Like,
Mutilation!
I'm sorry, mutilation should be a higher priority over the not show list than alcohol. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. That is kind of weird.
It's just fucking
And, like,
stupid.
even with the Mordecai thing, like, I kind of get what they wrote in of why he stopped drinking, because, like, he had to take care of Talon and all that. And I'm like, so what stopped him with Bloodwing? Because I'm pretty sure that guy was fucking wasted every moment of Borderlands 1.
Like, looking at Ruby, they just had him stop drinking and take care of fucking everything once Osmond was gone.
No, I'm just saying what's stupid is also, like, one thing, Ironwood and his semblance is stupid.
Oh yeah, which, it's even worse because it's never explained in the show. The only place his fucking semblance is explained is on a fucking, like, podcast, basically.
Yeah.
It was like Ruby Talk or whatever, where the people behind the show talk about it. It's like,
Not
really?
even, that's also, how it's like, not even
BL1, one of his lines is, "I'm even better shot when I'm drunk." Yeah, exactly, Clyde. I mean, you could have said that, but whatever.
Like, the worst part about his semblance is that it actively, like, its entire purpose is to excuse his actions for why they're so fucking stupid. It's like, that's not a good excuse. You can't make him a dumbass and make his entire purpose of being a dumbass.
Oh, meaning his ass is sober. Well, still, I don't know. He just, whatever.
Like, his entire semblance, his entire thing is, hey, I'm gonna tunnel vision so hard that literally nothing but this exists in my head. That's not how that works. That's not how semblances work.
To be fair, the only cool thing he ever done is fight Watts.
The only two cool things he's done was, first off, yeah, the fight with Watts, and before that, when he beat that one alpha Beowulf, just barehanded, basically, because that was kind of sick. Other than that, he ain't done shit.
Also, Akawa's weapon is just a normal gun and that's
Yeah, it's just a fucking magnum or some shit.
How is it? Sorry, how is it he didn't get an axe?
yeah,
That
I
he didn't
know.
get a what?
An axe! He's based off the Tin Man. Why the fuck didn't he have an axe?
Good point. Probably because frickin' Professor Port already had an blunderbuss axe.
I was gonna say, why didn't Crow have a gun? I'm like, no big deal.
He does, it's just in the hilt of the sword, and it's fucking weird.
Old
It's
gun.
weird.
Right, because Crow was supposed to represent Scarecrow, despite not being one of the heads of Academy.
Yeah, but he was one of the people in the fucking secret stuff, which so is Ironwood, so...
And whatever the Dorothy
Oh, wait a
equivalent
minute.
was, I forget who.
Oh, that actually checks
He
out
was.
then, because, yeah, Crow, Glinda Goodwitch, Ironwood, Ozpin...
Are you telling me you're only realizing this now?
Yes.
Oh my god!
And there's also Ironheart. No, not Ironheart. What is this? Lionheart.
Lionheart, that was actually his name, but, unfortunately, he got...
How are you only now realizing this?
Did they do? I don't remember who Dorothy is.
I don't know. I think I remember you saying it's some guy that's the head of one of the other academies.
I'm pretty sure it's also Lionheart, because isn't he Theodore Lionheart?
That is his name, I believe, yes.
Yeah, but wasn't there some guy you said that wears the silver slippers or something?
I don't know.
I wonder, it might have been one of the, it might have been the other kingdom we don't know.
Yeah, that's what that's what I swear Brayden has told me. So. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't think we can top anything, because that is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
I'm sorry that I'm unobservant and I didn't realize that detail. Like, I knew that a lot of characters were based off of things, like, Ruby's team was old freaking fairy tale characters, Red Riding Hood.
His name is Oz, and he's wearing green! Glinda Goodwitch, like, come on!
For Oz, and the thing I didn't realize was that the inner circle were all Oz characters. I didn't realize that.
Her name is literally Glinda Goodwin.
I noticed, again, I noticed that what it didn't process
Oh.
was that the entire inner
Oh,
circle
that's
was a big reference to Ozpin.
That's fucking
Or to
hilarious.
Wizard of Oz. I knew individual characters, I didn't process the entire circle was the issue.
What is the reincarnation of Ozpin again? Is his name Oscar?
Yeah.
Oscar Pine? Well, no, was it Pine? I want to say it was
Yeah.
Pine.
Don't know what that's supposed to be.
Also, they'll find it funny that I still love that post of him going to Oscar going to Lionheart or whatever his name is. I think.
Yeah.
Or Lionheart, which I'm pretty sure he's both. He sounds like he's both of them. Whatever.
Yeah, because Ozpin is taking control at the moment, so
And then-
anytime Ozpin can control it, has a mixed-up voice.
No, but I'm talking about like he's Dorothy and the lion because he's Theodore. What's Theodore?
Oh.
The other one. That's not.
I'm pretty sure the other one would have been Dorothy, no? The other headmaster? The one we haven't fucking
Yeah,
spoken to
this is what I've been told by Brayden, that there is another headmaster of another
Leonardo Lionheart.
Lionheart.
The other one is called Theodore, I'm pretty sure. One
Yeah.
of them is called Theodore.
Yeah, and it's like the only gender bent one, if I remember correctly, which, yeah, it's supposed to be Dorothy.
What about Pyrrha? Wait, no. Who is Pyrrha based off of?
Okay,
Achilles.
not maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. But he meant
Of the Oz ones, yeah. Yet there's no
also like
witch as far as I can tell.
Salem.
Oh, Salem, duh. Nothing about Salem screams the Wicked Witch, though, other than her name. That's
Well,
it.
and that she literally has magic.
Could have made her green.
Yeah, she's white.
uh,
She's birch white.
also,
Okay, but to be fair, she is off color. No normal person is that color white, just as no normal person is a shade of green like the Wicked Witches.
I don't know, her and Ruby are pretty white.
So what's funny is, yeah, like, so the post was like, Oscar versus, Lionheart, and then he's, then it's like, it's Ozpin speaking, he's like, oh, you're my old friend, we need to talk. And it's like, sorry, I'm working for all, like, he's, like, forced to work, wasn't he, like, forced to work under, like, Watson and Salem and all that jazz?
Basically, he was basically put in a position where, yeah, that or he's fucking killed.
Yeah, so, like,
Here's the
I'm
coward.
sorry I had to do this, and it's like, and Ozpin's like, Oscar, I'm taking over, and they do, like, a Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Ah! Yu-Gi-Oh!
Because his cane turns into a dual disc, and Oscar, and,
Oh my god,
That's
his
fucking
shield is
hilarious.
already basically
And
a
then,
dual
yeah.
disc.
And he's
Back. Okay, cool. Well,
The whole situation with Oscar is so funny.
Clyde, you should unmute, because we're probably going to be ending pretty soon.
Like, there were definitely a lot of fun things that came out of later volumes, like that arc, but it's like, I'm just saddened by the overall...
Or not, he stays muted.
Like, it was a monolith, like, it was a big thing for a long time, but then they just fucked it up the first
Oh, she's unmuted now, I can see. Hi, Clyde.
The whole Aesop situation, they just didn't have brain cells.
Yeah.
I would say if it comes to what I'm doing, but I'm a bit of ways from you.
Do you have any wood?
Oh my god, I just realized the map. Clyde, where the fuck are you?
To see if I even have one.
I'm passing my way to my other house.
Oh, you have another house. So that's 3?
Okay, go back to sleep, can't shoot.
Just because I went made and extended it farther out to 947.
We're almost
Yeah.
done.
Are we?
Clyde still needs to fix the stairs, but whatever.
I put the stairs in the chest. It can be done.
I'm surprised it's not that dark down here.
With the amount of torches, it better not be.
Oh, there are torches on the...
Still a lot to go.
That's why I was confused. The torches are on the stairs.
The walls, yes.
There's this one, and then there's like one. There's still a lot.
Yeah,
We're
there's still
almost
a
done.
lot.
I put those there so that you could see.
There's like five. There's like 5 more layers, but yeah.
Layers! Ogres have layers.
Like an onion.
Oh, God. Alright, anyhow.
Single digits now.
Woo. Anyhow. I think that's gonna do it for this part. We did not finish the tunnel, but we're getting there.
I'm at 1.5 hearts, so that's great.
Cool. Brayden almost died.
How did he almost die?
How do you
myself.
think?
Oh,
Calling OSHA. When you lied.
they'd have to find me first.
Ah, no, she's got a point. Alright, anyhow, I think that's gonna do it for today. We did some progress. We pretty much worked on this the whole time, except Clyde. Clyde fucked off and did something else, and Guardian sat.
Yes, because, well, I had things to say and everybody kept talking, so I...
You could have fucking.
Well,
said
you
something.
didn't. You muted half the time. You could have interjected.
I
Do
tried!
not.
Well, you apparently not.
You could have done it in chat and you didn't. So no, you very much didn't, given how much other stuff you did in the chat.
Did you know that the traveling merchant now buys shit?
I did not know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I looked at the traveling merchant that was there, and he wanted to buy a bucket of milk for 2 emeralds.
At least I hope that was milk.
That's the bull.
God. Okay, anyhow. I guess that is gonna do it for this part of Minecraft. And next time we play... Oh, God. Either working on this or working on the build. I don't know. Either way, tiring. Anyhow, that was going to be it for this part. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Well, the good news is I only have to go 2,000 blocks in east direction.
Okay, whatever the hell that means. Bye.